Here we go, here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Ready. 5-9. 11. He's coming. Over. We got double up. Hey, seam 6.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Going for it all. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Kill. Safe. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check.
from the 41. Breeze. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line. Monday, down. 180. I'm trying to collect.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one complete. Elliott. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line. Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
51 to mine. Easy, opposite. They can't hang with us. You're good. 9-4, ready. Tonight.
Breeze now to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this this one to the 23-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it third down. Play action, Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Pass complete, Carr to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Caught by Cobb. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Gay knocks this one through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Well, conventional football, Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go.
They've got his man complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill. Watch the ship. 53. Watch the ship.
Here's Breeze to throw. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16, Breeze, and he's going to go down again. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Kill. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get... This only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Hey, come on now. Check. 53. Hey, orbit. 53's Mike. All day, dog. Mike, 53. Hustle, let's go.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Gets it off to Freeman. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Haywood!
Rudolph looking to throw it, and that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. And shoot.
Now Rudolph on first down. He gets it to Cooks. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2. 51's a Mike, boy. 51. Gone. Hey, Alpha. Switch. To go.
Again, it's Rudolph. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 51, Mike 51. Look, squeeze. Hey, exit. Yes. Hey, lock it. Snap.
Back to the air, Rudolph. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
I got him. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey. Way back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Here's Rudolph. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Express. 29. Hey. High 7.
From the 22, Carr. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw his car. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On play action, now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Blue down. Blue down. And 5. Blitz.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Ready.
Play action. It's Rudolph. Airing this one out for Evans. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blue draw Corkers.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Go.
Here, man.
You're out.
Flare.
Back. Go.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. It's caught left side by Cooks. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
51. Here we go.
Look at me.
Door. Let's go.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on third down, it's Rudolph. And it's caught. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now it's Rudolph. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. This is Elliott. A gain of 3, second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Elliott. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual.